Let me tell you the story of the day my girlfriend told me I was intimidating her male best friend, just because I was in my own house. And trust me, by the end of this story, you'll understand why I handed them the entire house keys, walked away, and never looked back. So this happened 2 months ago. I had just come back from a 12-hour shift, tired, hungry, and ready to sleep. My girlfriend, Lisa, was sitting on the couch with her so-called best friend, Daniel. Now, I've never had beef with him, but the guy never liked me from the start. He always gave me those side-eye looks, always tried too hard to talk over me, always found excuses to be around Lisa. But I trusted her, so I tried ignoring it. That night, though, something was off. Daniel was sitting on my couch, drinking my soda, using my Wi-Fi like he paid rent there. When I walked in, he quickly looked away from her like a kid caught copying exam answers. Lisa whispered something to him. He laughed, and I knew something wasn't right. So I sat down and said, "Hey, what's funny?" Silence. Then Lisa turned to me with the most annoyed face I've ever seen on her and said, "Babe, can you not do that?" I frowned. Do what? She crossed her arms like I was the problem. Intimidate Daniel. You make him uncomfortable just by being home. Bro. My eyes opened so wide I swear I saw a new universe. Uncomfortable? By me being in my own house? She nodded like it was the most normal thing in the world. Daniel shrugged and said, "It's just a vibe thing, bro." A vibe thing. At that moment I knew something was coming. Something ugly. I stood there speechless. I didn't want to explode, so I just went to the kitchen and started heating food. But as I stood there, I heard Lisa whisper, "He's so controlling sometimes. I'm sorry you have to deal with him." I froze. Controlling? Me? The same guy who let her male best friend stay in the house anytime? I turned around and said, "Lisa, come here. We need to talk." She sighed dramatically, like I was disturbing their movie night. We went to the bedroom, and she dropped the bomb. "Daniel thinks you're jealous. You don't give him space. He can't express himself freely when you're around." I wanted to laugh. Space? Express himself? Daniel wasn't a 5-year-old child needing playground time. This was my home. I said, "Lisa, why do you even care more about his comfort than mine?" She bit her lip. Looked down. Red flag number 89. "You don't get it," she said. "Daniel has been there for me through everything. Sometimes I just feel safer with him." Safe. That word hit me like a hammer. I walked out before I said something I'd regret. Later that night they were still watching a movie, laughing loudly. Too loudly. I was in the bedroom lying there thinking, why am I suddenly the outsider in my own house? Then my phone buzzed. A friend of mine who knew Daniel texted, "Bro, I don't want to cause trouble, but Daniel has been telling people he and Lisa are basically together. Are you okay?" My heart fell into my stomach. I jumped out of bed. Walked to the living room. Daniel was sitting very close to Lisa. Too close. Her legs were crossed toward him, their shoulders touching. My voice cracked when I said, "Lisa, oh, what's going on here?" She rolled her eyes. "Nothing, you're overreacting again." Daniel smirked. Actually smirked. That was it. That was the moment I realized everything. I walked back into the bedroom, took a deep breath, and did something even I didn't expect. I packed 2 backpacks with my clothes, laptop, charger, and documents. Then I walked back to the living room. Lisa noticed and stood up. "What are you doing?" I looked at both of them. Calm. Too calm. "Lisa, if my presence makes Daniel uncomfortable?" I tossed the house keys on the table. "Then I'll give you both the space you want." Her jaw dropped. Daniel stopped smiling. "You're leaving? Just like that?" she asked. "Not because I want to," I said, "but because you already left emotionally." She tried to argue, but I raised my hand gently. "No. You chose him the moment you made his comfort more important than our relationship." Then I turned to Daniel. "And you better treat her better than you treated the truth." He swallowed hard, and I walked out. 2 hours later, I got a message from Lisa. "Where are you? Come back, please." I didn't reply. The next morning came another. "It's not what you think. Can we talk?" Then later. "He kissed me last night, and I didn't stop him." "I'm sorry." I stared at the screen. No anger. No shock. Just peace. Because at that point everything made sense. The weird behavior. The defensiveness. The intimidation, excuse. They were already crossing boundaries long before that night. A week later I came back with a friend to pick up the rest of my things. Lisa was alone. The house was a mess. She looked exhausted. She said, "Daniel blocked me. He said he doesn't want drama. He used me. Her eyes were full of regret. I just said, I hope you heal. But I'm not coming back. I grabbed my things. And as I walked toward the door, she asked, what did you mean when you said you gave us the house that night? I turned back and said, it wasn't the house I gave. It was freedom. For both me and you. Freedom from a situation that was already dead. Then I walked out for the last time. And that is the story of how my girlfriend said I was intimidating her male best friend just by being home. So I gave them the space they wanted. And ended up giving myself the peace I deserved. If you enjoyed this story, hit that like button, subscribe for more dramatic real-life stories, and remember, sometimes leaving is the